Hello, it's a chilly old Monday the 8th. I'm FxPlew and this is the market brief. So the OBR has come under a bit of fire. The Office for Budget Responsibility is a think tank set up by George Osborne to provide a central source of scoring for economic policy. But a group of MPs have signed a letter to Chancellor Hunt criticising their track record as they estimate the OBR errors have cost the economy more than £120 billion. And that even strips out 2019 and 2020 when COVID clearly excused some erroneous performance. GDP is due out this week. Forecast is for 0.2% growth, which will confirm expectations that we are indeed in a recession now. That said, any recession should be shallow and short, and it should help accelerate the drop in inflation, which is forecast to be close to 2%, that 2% target by the spring. And that will allow the MPC to consider rate cuts pretty soon. Over in the US, we had 216,000 new jobs reported on Non-Farm Friday, and we had another belter of a sweepstake. Thank you all for playing along. It was great fun as always. Congratulations once again to Carl Fawcett. Not only was he closest to the pin, his bid of 216,000 was basically a hole-in-one. Bravo indeed. The unemployment rate remained unchanged at 3.7%, so that is standing strong against the higher interest rates. And it really stuck one in the eye for those who believe the US is due for a slowdown or even due for a recession later this year. We have US inflation data due out this week as well, and there's a chance of a slight increase there. Forecasts are for about 3.3%, which would be up from 3.1% in November. But don't panic about that. Firstly, remember how Powell has explained several times how he expects the path to lower inflation not to be linear. And then, of course, consider core inflation, which is currently forecast at 3.8%, which would be down from 4% in November. And that very much does remain in line with the Fed's longer-term expectations. However, the concern of stickier inflation certainly won't be lost on the Fed, and while another rate hike is off the table, we can probably expect the Fed to withstand any pressure for a rate cut and keep rates higher for longer, especially where the employment data remains so strong. In the market, sterling recovered some of the losses earlier last week to close the week out around 127.20 against the dollar. The dollar index peaked around 103.10 last week, but it closed around 102.45 after the payrolls data. We kick off the new week from around 127.14 against the dollar. We're about 116.15 against the euro, and euro dollar is around 109.45 on the open this morning. That's it from me. Have a great day.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.